Hi y'all, my name is Rebecca and welcome to my channel. I am putting up my St. Patrick's Day decor and putting out my Easter decorations, and as always I thought that I would do it with my friends because it's just a lot more fun to have some company as I work on these projects. I am working in the family room today, and this is actually my next project to refresh and redo and update a little bit. When I get started, I will bring you along for those little updates that I have planned. Quite frankly, this is going to be a little bit more challenging than other rooms because this is the room that we live in the most, and we have a lot of time spent in this particular room. So we're going to have to work around all of those and make sure that no one is inconvenienced while we do a few updates here and amongst this family room. What I'm using to decorate the room today with is my previous decor, mostly from the Dollar Tree. I do have a couple of little signs that I purchased several years ago at the Hobby Lobby, and I just keep those around because I like them a lot. And I am going to put a tier tray on this coffee table, and I still enjoy a good tier tray. I don't really like to pack mine full of items because I like to enjoy and see each item that is on the tray, but I do enjoy a tiered tray, and so I guess as long as there's individuals like me who are still using them, then they won't completely ever be out of style. Now, when I decorate, I do fuss around with things, and I put things one position, and I may not like it, and I might move it around a little bit and adjust it until I have it the way that it is pleasing to my eye. On one corner of this room is the sitting area in the family room. My mother's organ is in this area, and then the other side of the room is more set up for a breakfast nook. And so there is only one light fixture in this room, so occasionally it gets to be a little dark. I have no idea what the previous owners of this house had against lighting, but it was not something that they put a lot of thought and interest in. My living room has no overhead light, and this large room only has one light, and that hangs over the breakfast area. So they had something against overhead lighting. That's okay. I've learned to adjust and live with it. However, it does make things tend to be a little darker and gloomier than what it actually could possibly be.
Saw you walking by today with the sunset in your eyes. I couldn't find the strength to say what was running through my mind. You couldn't help but notice me staring with that awkward smile from the other side of Thompson Street. I felt love for a little while, 'cause you looked beautiful in the sunset glow, in that sunset glow. You looked more beautiful than anyone I know, than anyone I know. Up falling for me, and to this day I don't know how. I think about it constantly. I promise I won't let you down. But when I asked, you told me yes, to be in mine forevermore. All I can offer is my best, through the good and bad, through rich and poor. Oh, you look beautiful with that white dress on, with that white dress on. You look more beautiful than anyone I've known, than anyone I've known. You look beautiful. Oh, you look beautiful. You look beautiful with that white dress on, with that white dress on. You look more beautiful than anyone I've known. You look beautiful, so beautiful.
Been 2 weeks and nothing's changed. Close my eyes, I see your face. I'm so sick of all the thinking, all the sitting around and missing. Same old things don't numb the pain. I don't wanna go downtown, I don't wanna mess around. All I think about is your lips, your kiss. I don't wanna have a drink, have a random little fling. All I wanna do is show up at your place and say, let's try this again. I wonder if you think of me. Did you move on that easily? I'm sure you picked up some new hobbies. For a minute you forgot me, but I'm at home remembering. I don't wanna go downtown, I don't wanna mess around. All I think about is your lips, your kiss.
Now, if you're thinking that that little dinette table is a little worse for wear and beat up and old looking, then you would be right. My grandfather crafted that about 40 years ago, and it has been in our family and will continue to be in my family. It was, of course, damaged, and years of wear and actually use was taking its toll. So I did paint it black. It was an original walnut color, and I continue to use it and have a piece of his handiwork in my home that I truly appreciate. Now, that vintage crochet tablecloth was something that my grandmother created when I was just a child, so it's going on a couple of years old now. And I love decorating with vintage pieces, but I also love it even more when they are things that my grandparents have created and they are still very workable and useful, and it just brings their presence into my home a little bit more. Now, that bunny tier tray that I'm putting on the table actually came from Bailey's a couple of years ago from North Judson, Indiana, and I picked that up for a whole $1.99 one trip that I made back home to Indiana, and so I absolutely adore it. I'm festooning it with some Dollar Tree items and making it my table centerpiece.
I wanna have a drink, have a random little fling. All I wanna do is show up at your place and say, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. I don't wanna have a drink, have a random little fling. All I wanna do is show up at your place and say, I don't wanna go downtown, I don't wanna mess around. All I think about is your lips, your kiss. I don't wanna have a drink, have a random
Now I DIY these deviled eggs, and previous video you can catch my Easter playlist and catch all of my DIYs on that playlist that I have created and I use year after year. The last and final thing that I'm going to do in this space is hang one of my DIY wreaths, my Easter carrot, on the back door. And you will notice that I hang it on the inside of the door because, quite frankly, our neighborhood is full of fences and privacy fences, and the only thing that's really in my backyard is my little hillbilly garden and a place for the dogs to go out and play. So nobody really sees anything that's on my back door, and my mother likes to see something kind of festive behind her chair. So I usually try to hang something on the door, but hang it on the inside instead of the outside. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that you know when I've uploaded my next video, and give this video a thumbs up. And my next video, I'm going to be finishing up my Easter decorating by decorating the kitchen. So don't forget to join me and say hi in the comments. And thank you so much for watching Crafts, Laughs, and Chaos. And I'll catch you in the next one.